Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Houston, their season filled with ups and downs, 10th right now in the conference. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers, 3.5 back.
And, you know, Houston, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing, and perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1 spot. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Scoot Henderson. Williams is out there. With Avdija. Then there's Powell. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, the Blazers with the draft night trade for two-way wing Deni Avdija, a young but established player on a value contract. Portland's added a guy who should help them win now and down the line. Guys, it appears Avdija is going to be a pretty seamless fit for Portland.
Okay, thank you, Shams. Avdija following the basket by Jalen Green. And then Henderson with the jam.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. He told me that Şengün won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He add in his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Powell kicks to Avdija. 6 to shoot. For 3, Henderson. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Now, here's Avdija. After Jalen Green's miss. Zubac with the screen for Henderson. Buries the long-range jumper. Henderson's got 5.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Van Vliet passes to Brooks. Back to Van Vliet. Şengün with the screen on Henderson. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Rockets have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Smith against Williams. Smith, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Powell kicks to Henderson. Powell sets a screen for Henderson. Henderson with another miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Thompson, he's checked in for Brooks. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second-chance points in the league. The Rockets 4th.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Outside Williams. Over in the corner, Zubats. Back to Williams. Van Vliet against Henderson. Zubats, a screen on Van Vliet. Just 5 on the clock. Basket counts. Henderson's got 7.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
11 feet away. And that one hits back iron. Trailblazers leading by 4. Outside Williams, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. And now, joining us on the line, Shams Charania with a recent development. Shams, what's the latest?
Thanks, Kevin. The Clippers transaction just now public. Their front office is in action ahead of the trade deadline. They labeled DeAndre Ayton as a target for quite some time now. They were able to land him ever since his early days. They've really appreciated his game. And now that his value has dipped a little bit from where he was initially, the team felt it was the right move to make at the right time. They wanted his size and his interior presence immediately.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. Here's Green. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Takes it inside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 7.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Avdia. Grant gets a wide open look. No good from outside. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 5. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, I mean, a surprising victory. Looking like they'd go away easily, but boy, did they come on strong in the fourth. Big-time momentum just carrying them all the way for the win. Exciting basketball.
Now here's Henderson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Van Vliet outside. Good if it goes. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Scoot Henderson making highlights for the Portland Trailblazers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
You know, Clark, the Rockets have done a good job building a young foundation to this roster.
Yeah, I like what they've done, Kevin. They made big strides last season, and it's a team that's really growing up right in front of our eyes, and there's no reason that they can't continue the trend they're on.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Green is out there with Amen Thompson. Then there's Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Landale in at center. Here's Grant. Following the score by Houston, sinks the triple. Simons has got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
And you got to get out on that if you're the defense. Simons, too big a threat from deep.
Thompson looking for an opening.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Henderson for 3. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Rockets trail by 7. On the wing, Green. To Whitmore. Nice move. And Houston again with the bucket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Both teams will make substitutions. So Clark, the last couple NBA seasons featuring 14 of the top 15 team offensive ratings in league history.
You know, I think that's testament to the skill level of the players. And certainly you hear some coaches talk about defense being legislated out of the game. It is an entertaining product. That's part of the drive for more offense. But I guess I could agree that there does need to be maybe a touch more balance and not so tilted toward the offense.
Now here's Powell. His last outing, he had 18 points. Zubac with the screen for Henderson. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Williams. It's rebounded by Houston.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
First one falls for him. It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard's heir apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
Şengün's checked in for Amen Thompson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Outside, Avdia. Floats it up for Henderson. An emphatic LU jam.
Exploding off the floor. Henderson finishes it off midair.
Henderson against Van Vliet. Şengün inside. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Kings in Sacramento.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Now here's Van Vliet. Şengün with the screen for Van Vliet. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Now Van Vliet, after Norman Powell missed from long range.
Dropping an absolute dime, it's really Van Vliet's specialty. He loves sharing the sugar.
1:14 left in the first half. Zubac kicks to Williams. Henderson outside. Lets it go with a three. Drills it from outside. Henderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, he strikes again from range. His 4th in this game after draining 3 in the first period.
Şengün against Zubac. Now Şengün hasn't made one yet. Count that one from Van Vliet.
He was determined to get those points back. You could just see the competitiveness of Van Vliet there.
Henderson finds Zubats. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Pass to Williams. Here's Powell. To the inside. And Henderson gets it to go on the assist by Williams. 20 points from Scoot Henderson. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Rockets. 4-point game. He gets it in there.
The defense gets physical inside, and guess what? The tenacious Fred Van Vliet ready for it.
Now here's Powell. Jacks up a three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
Halftime is here. And what better way to tip it off than to analyze the latest news on the trade front? And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that, Ernie? I sense Shaq getting restless over there.
Hey, my mistake, big fella. Someone put crazy talk on the teleprompter. I was just, going along with it for giggles.
I'm not giggling, Ernie.
Come on, try it. Come on. I bet I can make you giggle.
I'm ticklish. Ernie, I'm ticklish.
Come on. Now, as we look at the first half, the Rockets find themselves in a close ballgame.
I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies. It makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course and the hardwood, Shaq. Gimmies are the only shots you make.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Scoot Henderson in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And we're halfway through this one.